perche, agen norono, tratante lacrime per un capriccio. Torna quella bimba, che sorrideva per me. E tanto semplice, e tanto facile, volersi bene, amore. I capricci tuoi son cose ridicole. Tu distruggere il amore.
I never had one of these with actual moving parts before. Like, just in general, we had the solid body Hot Wheels with non-moving parts, but these are came from a box that said moving parts, so
special doors.
they
Whoa!
are not lying to you.
Look at the doors.
Luckily enough for
Look at the doors. The hood didn't come up.
yeah, nothing else moves. It's just
Oh,
doors.
so moving doors. Okay.
Moving doors. If they called it moving doors, it would not be a mismarket.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
But yeah, and luckily for the FJ Cruiser, it's silver. Any other color would be pretty funny to look at. Today, I'm doing Meltdown. The
Yeah, it was important from a long time ago to resolve to do another thing involving Robert Zadar.
oh yeah, it's been literally years since we've done a
Yeah, we knew
Bobby Z.
a long time ago we were supposed to do another thing.
Yeah, but this also solves another instance of remissness with his boy. They tend to act a lot together. This movie starring Joe Estevez as well.
Oh,
This isn't about your comfort level, Winslow. How is it? No. No, I guess it's not.
yes, we never did Paul Bunyan,
For your Paul Bunyan.
so we were behind on Joe Estevez.
yeah, calling all Soul Taker fans, I guess. This is a Joe Estevez and Robert Zadar combo.
Mm-hmm.
Customer satisfaction guaranteed.
Made by, directed, music written by, and even had a part in the movie, Christopher J. Martin, or who I will be referring to the rest of the video as the Millennial Mop Top.
And if I don't take this assignment?
We can't really call it a Robert Zadar movie. He's one of the bad guys in it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, this is the, what are they? Vanity-Film
Yeah.
passion project of
Yeah.
this kid.
Yeah, it counts as...
It's another great thing where it was just some guy who wanted to make a movie and star in a cool movie.
Yeah.
And, boy, this is one of them.
Yeah, this takes the cake.
Christopher J. Martin
Yeah.
sucks.
Came out in 2009, and it was a part of the big box of action set that I'm sure you all have a copy of. But yeah,
What better way to get it out there?
exactly.
This was in discount dump bins
Across the
the
nation,
world over.
or world over, yeah. Do a simple plot synopsis. The local LA FBI office tries to take down this drug kingpin man by the name of Dragon.
One guy did that to all of you. I want to know who this guy is. Superman? He's invincible?
The local FBI office decides to take down this drug kingpin dragon in any way possible. They,
Our chief man, or whatever the FBI calls it,
yeah.
it's the non-Hugo Weaving.
So, get a good night's rest, get a piece of ass, and be ready.
He always seemed to wear a pretty vibrant color blazer. That guy.
He's Joe Estevez's boss.
Yeah.
So then Joe Estevez says, you know what, sir? I think I know the perfect guy for this. That ends up being, of course,
Millennial Mop Top.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Millennial Mop Top gets brought in and put undercover as somebody that wants to work for either Dragon or Crazy Eddie or whoever, Robert Zadar's character, but they find out that he sucks, and
I met her a couple of weeks ago at a nightclub. We went out for coffee a few times. That's it.
But one of my boys ID'd her as a federal agent. It's an unhealthy relationship. I can't have that in my organization.
I had no idea who she was. I'm new around here, remember?
yeah.
It's this piece of poop who, this came out in 2009, which, I guess was further back in the days of those shaggy haircuts being
that was
popular.
That was when it was probably starting to be popular.
So he's got the what that is, and his affliction shirt and his pants with the what's it called?
Yeah, I remember a few people in college rocking the same
Those jeans with the special back pockets. That were popular.
Yes. It was just
he enlisted him to get him his clothes. It's not just his undercover clothes for his purposely looking like an idiot for the
that's him
for the undercover job.
Yeah. And the FBI office also to help aid in the escape and then further capture of the Kingpin, they hired Agent Preston, and who they of course knew, who the FBI of course knew they had a history together, I guess.
Oh, yes, is the lady his ex-girlfriend or something?
Yeah, it's one of those...
Or just that they had known each other for a long time?
They've known each other.
They have been dating forever?
Yeah, you can call it that. And that's what leads up to the final act, which would involve 2 or 3 shootouts and a pretty awesome car chase scene. But... yeah, it's a simple movie you really do have to try to follow along with it, but it's simple to follow along with. The plot isn't all that complicated. It's the rest
dialogue.
Of the movie.
You can't freaking hear it. This is another famous example of where the dialogue and the sound is all very poorly mixed together.
Another thing I haven't got to do in about a year, if not a little over, is make fun of how terrible the mixing is here. The Foley will blow out your speaker cones, man. Like
when you turn it up to hear the dialogue, then you get a sound effect or a music that will.
Yeah, every gunshot will blow out a speaker cone.
Oh my god.
As we said before, the speaking volume is quite low, but when it's time for the character to yell, then the volume is actually on point.
Well-intentioned, Harvard Law School educated nose in. And fuck it up! Do you understand me?
Like, it's actually, good and in level with the rest. So, which probably means they were using the microphone attached to the camera to film these things, and they probably didn't have it turned up all that much. So, because whenever you hear the low talking, you hear the reverb, you hear the room reverb quite a bit more than the actual talking. just, ugh. Audio is terrible on this. But, yeah, so, the operation itself has a name in the movie called Project Dragon Slayer.
Oh, yes, we have to talk about the main villain guy.
Yeah.
Robert Zadar's boss, who is just really into Japan.
Yeah,
Culture.
That's the only thing we can think, because it's the type of guy you would look at.
It's a classic doughy guy. It's this 65 or 70-year-old man,
Kind of
white guy.
Matter of fact, as I think about it, have Crazy Eddie tail him and check him out.
He's obsessed with Japan.
Yeah. Got a few tattoos.
His nickname is Dragon.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know. We don't know that they were Japanese tattoos.
Yeah.
His nickname is Dragon, and then you also see him going around with a do-rag of the Japanese flag.
Oh, that, yes. Yeah.
I love the bad guy element in the whole entire course of the movie. All the different hench persons
Yeah.
and underbosses that you get is the most disjointed,
Yeah.
motley, ragtag, plucky gang of
Whoever.
whoever the hell you could possibly get.
Yeah.
They have the Amazonian biker lady with the sides of her head shaved.
Yeah.
And tattoo on the side of her head.
Straight out of Night City.
And then his second in command
Yeah, that guy.
is the little skinny urban kid.
Yeah.
That's like a third his age.
You know what? I don't have time to fucking argue with you. Fuck me out of my money.
It's just this young fella
Yep.
who thinks it's cool to go around with this 65-year-old white guy.
Yeah.
And then your other main underboss is Robert Zadar.
Yes.
We need to celebrate. I want some beer and we're partying.
It's in an optical illusion. We did not purposely focus on Fat Bobby,
No.
but he's like at his fattest in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, boys, I guess we're finished here. Yeah, I guess we fell for the bait, huh?
I don't know his whole saga with
Well,
whatever disease he had and when he passed away only a couple years later.
Yeah.
But this was kind of when he was at his chubbiest,
Yeah.
which it works well for the movie.
Oh, it does.
For your motley gang of villains.
Yeah, it works great.
To have Bobby at his fattest.
It helps Bobby stand out from the rest of the gang, and that would include a lot of the good guy actors too. You know Bobby's character when you see it. That helps out a lot.
Because otherwise, Robert Zadar is
You wouldn't know it was him.
completely indistinguishable. Yeah.
But yeah, there were a few memorable Bobby Z elements in action scenes in this movie. My favorite is whenever they rob the convenience store, and I mean he sends his henchlings out to the car, so they're either underqualified or he wants to make sure the job is done right himself or whatever. And then
Is that it?
No, I don't think it's your lucky day, kid.
only takes a six-pack. Only takes a six-pack.
Yeah, how are four guys going to share a six-pack?
Yeah. Yeah, they must drink as much as I do. That's the only way how that can go.
And it was him totally doing his own crime.
Yeah.
When you're a crime boss, do you do your own crimes? I thought the point was to have your flunkies do the dirty work.
I remember him saying that earlier in the movie, how he barely does dirty work anymore.
They ask him, what the heck did you do that for? And he goes, because I felt like it.
So it's a man that's...
Yeah, maybe it's just a vice of his to now and then participate in impromptu... Remember, because it was completely... It was on the spot.
Yes.
It wasn't planned as a robbery. They were just going to get some beer.
Yeah, it was for them to have a good time and to celebrate. But just kind of happened that way. As these things often do. This is another one that involves Robert Z'Dar playing the piano.
Yes, this was one of our other main examples of the piano.
Minor trait of his.
And he...
We've already said Matthew Alexis are mine.
Did we conjecture on? Because remember, there's either sheet music or music notes.
Yeah.
Or something musical behind him in like a whole bunch of different shots.
Yeah,
so maybe he requested
the bar / secret headquarters area that can instantly be changed into like a music class.
It looks like a straight up music room.
Hey! Enough for the card game. I got pictures. You interested? Get up! I'm not screwing around here.
Yeah.
With your thing where you draw the sheet music lines.
Yep. Chalkboard and the pre-formatted music. Yeah. So that's probably a theme that you're supposed to notice. Definitely, at least for the movie, but maybe.
Well, he does a little bit of actual singing.
Yeah, he does.
Does he have a great singing voice?
It's
the funny scene with
singing.
He's got his piano, and it's the two girls sitting way up on the top of the piano. Yeah.
My girls, my girls. At least you didn't touch the piano.
Bobby Z isn't the only provider of antics in this movie. You get antics from the head man himself, Christopher, Millennial Mop Top Man. My favorite, of course, being from the first date of the movie that you see, from the coffee shop scene. Huge continuity errors in that, for sure. You gotta kind of pay attention, but you'll notice the clock in the background jump back in time and then forward in time.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good, how are you, Peggy?
Great. Couple of hot drinks for you. Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This looks good. Shit, I gotta go. I gotta get back. So, I'll give you a call later.
Well, how about when you're finished with this case, I let you buy me dinner.
And then maybe back in time once more, and at one point in time it will take the lady 7 minutes to say one sentence, which brought a smile to my face. But
the guy sucks. Those aren't antics on his part.
Have we mentioned? Yeah.
I guess it counts as antics because he's in the movie and he sucks.
But yeah, so
they first get their cups and then he goes, "Okay, I gotta go. I gotta get back."
Yeah, it's just.
The heck was I making these espressos for the past 10 minutes for?
It's almost the room level continuity, almost. Whenever he's in the flower shop and whatnot.
It's great how It's another one of these where it's the guy.
Yeah.
And man, he thinks he's the coolest dude in the freaking planet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but
do I want to see other stuff from Christopher J. Martin? I guess I kind of do.
It makes you wonder if he even made other stuff. I don't think I've pushed the IMDb button on that yet. But yeah, what other favorite parts? Yeah, we can't forget about Joe. There were a few good Joe parts in this movie.
He does some great running.
Yeah, we get a fantastic shot of.
Hey, Preston! Hey, Preston! Hey, Preston! Look, I know what went down with the.
And probably one of the better Joe Estevez lines ever delivered.
You know, so that they're in the locker room, you know, and his buddy says, "Man," he says, "how long have you been wearing women's underwear?" And he says, "Hey, ever since my wife found them in my glove compartment."
Winslow, get in here.
Considered classic Joe Estevez.
Joe Estevez, yeah. So, and probably another part of Christopher, whoever was in charge of the shot at the time. But whenever Joe and Christopher are talking on the dock, Christopher, usually whenever you film somebody in conversation, you want to put their face facing towards the center of the camera. But Joe's face is like way to the right. So you'll see Joe talking to the edge of your screen.
Well, sometimes getting out of the office is like pulling teeth, you know what I mean? I mean, just when you get to the door, everybody wants a piece of you.
Can we cut the small talk and get on with this and tell me what I gotta do here?
Yep. Can't forget about the strip club bus.
Yeah.
The actual bus that has a strip club inside of it.
Yeah, they had a mobile strip club.
Has just managed to kill off all three guys who just sunk over there.
Just in case you think Christopher's music isn't cool enough with the clearly stock strings.
How about if we do it the old-fashioned way? We'll meet in the middle and do the exchange.
Tell you what, I got a better idea. I'll send one of my guys, you do the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And a piano riff that involves only like 1 or 2 or 3 notes. Near the end of the
yeah, I enjoyed
during the climactic action. He somehow had enough money to afford a license to use actual Crystal Method songs, who I'm sure a lot of early 2000s aficionados would know as action music people. They did a lot of music for a lot of other action movies, so good on him for having the money to afford those. That final car chase scene itself in the third act, for one, has a groovy chase scene baseline, where it's obviously like maybe a better version of the Seinfeld slap bass, but it's groovy. But the start of that scene particularly is quite a sight to behold. You have your guys analyzing the fact that, oh, hey, it's the FBI's car that went by.
Oh, so, that blew. That's another great example of how terrible this movie is.
So
they do this idiot sequence. It's supposed to be pulse pounding action. And the guy includes a long shot of them running over to their car.
Yeah.
Like that's supposed to help.
It's like,
and then, yeah, it's this whole entire shot of another guy going around the car to get into a door and
dealing with the logistics. So
hold on that for another 20 seconds. Yeah. So then you have your horrible, whatever it's called, techno, house, whatever it is, music.
Yeah, that's basically
supposed to supply the excitement while you're watching the bad guys get over to their car.
Let's not forget about Bay City driver number 347.
The guy pulling in? Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things that made that even worse.
It's like, yep, this is just another normal everyday part.
As our pulse-pounding music kicks in and it's time to start chasing the good guy down the road.
Living in Bay City.
You see the most normal car in the universe. And I think it's just some kind of real man.
It has to be.
Isn't it? Isn't it just a driver pulling into where they are?
I don't see a millennial mop top closing off any streets to film the movie. So.
And yeah, this guy's pulling in at 5 miles an hour in there.
Really, it does help juxtapose what is action and what is not action. It really does, because I was confused. So, yeah, thanks to that guy. You get the James Camerons for the final shoot, for like the next to the last
Yeah,
shoot.
he had the good sense to make a blue.
I don't know why either. That really didn't add anything to the ambiance or whatnot. That's also when to look out for your piano riff with one note is during that scene. And then just out of nowhere, man, like a chef cutting a freaking steak, he cuts off that techno riff for the dollar store version of Whole Lot of Love. Where it goes, like, if you were to combine, if you were to just make that in the modern age.
Yeah, for your noise.
Yeah.
Be sure to turn it up to be able to hear the dialogue. And then wait for that to come on.
I mean, I guess he's a Led Zeppelin fan. But, and, yeah, let's not forget about that movie ending, too. The movie ends on a damn awesome thing whenever the Preston lady goes back and literally hits the boss man, Joe Estefez's boss, which is something you wanted for the entire movie.
Yep, it involves punching out a police chief.
Not a,
FBI man.
Especially whenever it's something you want to see after, you pay attention to Joe Estefez taking orders from that guy. Really, it should be the other way around. If you ask me, Joe Estefez should have been the boss. But maybe it works better for his character with him not being the boss. But, whatever. And that's how the movie ends.